The evil on the earth is not God's fault, it's man's fault. Because if God had only given us consciousness, we would have been robots. We would not have appreciated existence, and existence would not have meant anything to us. But to bring essence to existence, God gave us free will. It was with our own free will that we admitted evil to the earth. We brought evil to the earth. And we are cooperating with the devil to propagate evil. When you see that somebody carries a gun and shoots people, he wasn't born a thief. How did he build that consciousness? He built that consciousness through the society that we have developed. A drunk society, a lawless society. So the society we created is what trained him to think in that order. And that's why he became a criminal and a rapist. So that society that emanated by the collective expression of our free will cannot be blamed on God. It can only be blamed on us. Are you following this? So in that light, there is evil on the earth because of man's free will, not because of God's creation. And then you now go further to say, if God knew, why did he still create what he has created? He created what he created because there is a system he has in place. And there are two systems. The first system is the system of intervention, and the second system is the system of reward. In the system of intervention, God does everything possible to reduce the evil that is on the earth through those who believe in him and accept his principles. That's why you have blessings. That's why you have intervention. Even the death of Jesus is a type of intervention that God brought to the earth. So if you receive God's principle and walk with God, through discernment you will not find yourself in evil. Applying God's principle, you will not find yourself overrun by evil. And just in case you are caught up in evil, there's a second system called reward. This is why Jesus died, but Jesus didn't end in the grave. Jesus rose from the dead to let you know that death is not the end. That means even if you were maligned and you died justly, or you were affected by evil, a day will come that God will reward you, and reward you so much so that everything that happened to you will pass away as if it didn't exist, because he has the capacity to do that. Imagine for a second that you are working in your office and you were refused your salary, and for a season you suffered because of the free will of your boss. And then at the end of the year, the owner of the company shows up and say, oh, they refused to pay you your 1 month salary. We are sorry for everything you suffered. Now take 10 years salary for that 1 month. That recompense has covered for everything you suffered for that 1 month. And it covered for it so much that you will not even remember that's one. In fact, the next time you will say, is there another month that they can take another 1 month? If 1 month can produce 10 years. I'm not saying this is how God will do it directly, but I'm saying there is a reward system that God has in eternity, that for everybody who was unjustly treated in time, he knows what to do to balance up for what they suffered because of the heart of man. And then you come to the second aspect. You say, okay, if you say we have free will, why does God insist that we should worship him? And he answered it correctly. You don't have to worship God. It's your choice. If you choose not to worship God, there's nothing God will do about it. And then you go further to say, okay, if worshiping God is a choice and there's no big deal not worshiping God, why does God prepare the hell for those who don't walk with him? It's because of his love. And it's because of his respect for your free will. What is hell? Hell is actually the only place in eternity outside of God.